Good morning, mathematicians. Today we're doing lesson 5.10, rounding and reporting large numbers. The goal of this lesson, our learning target, is for you to be able to round large numbers on your own. Let's get started with a warm-up. On your board, again, go ahead and solve these problems. If you finish early, write down a way that you could check your answer. I'll say the problem, you say the answer. 9 times 2 equals, 4 times 4 equals, 3 times 8 equals, 5 times 4 equals. Again, go ahead and solve these problems. Notice how the two different ways of showing multiplication are shown here. Keep in mind that either of these symbols can be used for multiplication. Go ahead. I'll say the problem, you say the answer. 9 times 9 equals, 6 times 8 equals, 6 times 7 equals, and 9 times 6 equals. Our last set of problems uses some of the extended facts. Go ahead and solve these on your board. I'll say the problem, you say the answer. 40 times 9 equals, 50 times 7 equals, 70 times 80 equals, 30 times 90 equals. Good. Erase your boards, please. Your hand should be empty. When I see all eyes up front, we will get started. Listed above are the reported numbers of runners for the 1994 and 2004 Boston Marathon runs. So it states that in 1994 we had 9,059 runners. In 2004, 20,344. Give a thumbs up if you think this is the exact number of people who actually ran. Give a thumbs down if you think this is probably an estimate. Get ready to share why you think it's an estimate or an exact answer and how you think they came up with these numbers. So thumbs up if it's exact, thumbs down if it's an estimate. These numbers actually are both estimates. The reason for that is because it's really difficult to keep track of every person who ends up competing and actually finishing the whole long race. A person may register to run, but then not run for many possible reasons. How do you think they came up with this number? Well, when runners register for a race, each person is given a number to wear, and that person's name and number are recorded on a list. You're going to get this piece of paper today. Read it with me. Whisper, read with me, please. Find your place, look next door, 5 or greater, add 1 more. All digits in front stay the same. All digits behind, 0's your name. We're going to be using this for rounding. So, if I said I wanted to round to the nearest 10, let's follow along here. It says find your place. I underline the tens. Look next door. So I'm going to actually look at the number that's to the right. 5 or greater, I add 1 number more. It's not 5 or greater, so it stays the same. All digits in front stay the same. So in front of the 4, I have a 2, a 0, a comma, a 3. We know 4 stays the same. All digits behind 0 is your name. Let's try those exact steps again, except this time we're going to round to the nearest thousands place. What number is in the thousands place right now? Right, it's the number 0 right now. So we find our place, we look next door. If it's 5 or greater, we'll add 1 more. It's not. So we keep it the 20. All digits in front stay the same. All digits behind, 0 is your name. We're going to try this with some more problems, and every time all today. I want you to be saying the same poem or the same little riddle in your head or whispering it out loud to help you remember how to round. So we're going to take the number up here of 10,582. On your board, I would like you to round this number to the nearest 100, the nearest 10, and the nearest 1,000. Rounding it to the nearest 100, it should be 10,600. The nearest 10 is 10,580. And the nearest 1,000 is 11,000. Let's do this again. Now you have the number 9,059 rounded to the nearest 10, 100,000, and 115,463 rounded to the nearest 10, 100,000. To the nearest 10, this first number would be 9,060. The nearest 100 is 9,100, and the nearest 1,000 is just 9,000. Looking at the bottom one then, the nearest 10 is 115,460, nearest 100 is 115,500, and the nearest 1,000 is 115,004. Whoops. I don't want anything in the hundreds place. I'm rounding to the 1,000. So 115,000. Today's learning journey, you should have the date up top. You are going to finish the mental math, which we did. Then you're going to round large numbers on your math journal, page 132. Your math boxes should be complete by now. Your teacher is going to be checking all of the problems on here, and it needs to be 100% correct. Then you may move on to the blend space. Make it a great day.